Welcome to These Are the Times here on YouTube. Thanks for joining in. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell if you haven't already so you do not miss any new content as it comes to play. And join me on Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the description because, well, when we really need to get in depth and uncensored, that's where we go. No censors, everything stays up, and it's always there, right on buymeacoffee.com/Illuminate. So sit back. I know, I promised a full-length episode, but sometimes you just have to take the nuggets and go on your merry way and find what you find. Notes everywhere. Where do we begin? I know, I promised you a full segment of Illuminate. The topic that I decided to come back with, just keep on going and going and going, and it's a lot to chew on. And furthermore, it then plays into other people that I've already spoken with, that we have segments lining up to come up. So again, it just keeps expanding. So I had to make an executive decision because, well, there's this thing called life, and I have one of those outside of all of the madness that I do enjoy keeping up with, and I do enjoy sparking your all's thought process and getting you all on your own research notes and rabbit holes, or, finding truth. That's what I do. We illuminate here. And it's not just myself. I have so many different people I talk to in the background, and they want no kind of credit. They want nothing, just to help light the way. And I'm thankful for them because, well, there are only so many hours in a day. And, between the Haitian refugees that, let's face it, Canada and American companies holding all of these prospecting rights, mainly for gold, but let's not fool ourselves. Haiti is a gold mine of all kind of natural resources and riches. It would be easier to get to them if people that are causing civil unrest were out of the way. So, I don't feel it's a really hard answer to come up with of how refugees made it 2,000 miles away on what they have to live on in a year. Don't do that by yourself, but it definitely makes sense to move people on out of the way. So, but we're also talking about the same government who was fine with killing people on 9/11 just to get rid of one building. So it, again, makes sense, is what it is. R1. CDC said we shouldn't worry about it, but it also said we shouldn't worry about a lot of things, only to come back 2 days later and say that, hey, it is actually a little bit more serious than what we said it is. So do with that R1 variant what you will. Some of y'all are on your 5th booster, but how many days ago was it? Just mask up for 14 days and we'll be done. How much more will it take? You hold the key to that one. But my favorite thing right now is Snowden popped up with a question, along with founder of Twitter. Hashtag what the fuck happened in 1971? Do you all know what happened in 1971? Well, let's start here. Let's go to 72. Watergate happened. Nixon got moved on out of the way. But in 71, the dollar stopped being measured by the gold standard. 71, everything just kind of went. Productivity went up, but not the value of the dollar. In 1970, a loaf of bread was 25 cents. It's amazing. In 71, nothing was worth its weight in gold. Nothing was backing the dollar, or has backed it really since then. It's just a piece of, well, nowadays, cheap linen floating around. I'm not even sure it's linen. Probably some type of paper as easy as it tears coming out of the ATMs nowadays. You know, about as unauthentic as those ballots. But hey, again, like it has been said, okay, yes, we all agree Biden had X number of votes, but an audit is not about counting X number of votes. An audit is about authenticity. It's like taking $101 bills to the bank and the bank letting you know 40 of them are fraud. So that technically means you only have $60. That is what an audit is. Audit shows authenticity. So you can believe the headlines all you want, but go read the reports for yourself. As always, there's links. So hit up the description. But if you don't know about 1971, I would go look. And I don't know, I just feel it in my bones. There's more than just the gold standard stopped being used. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Nixon also made a footprint in China. Into 71, rolling into 72 hot. Let's just pump up China and help them become the next big influencer. Long view. Bankers in that long view. Because we know that's who runs the country. This this beautiful non-democracy that we live in, because let's face it, a true democracy would resemble something more from Roman days, Greek days even. That is not what we sit in. We're telling ourselves a lie, any of us who believe that, because what we technically sit in is a constitutional republic governed by a specific document. Let me give you an example. A democracy is like 3 wolves and 2 sheep voting on what's for dinner. The majority rule is why we have an electoral college. It's to let us know that the mob, even though we said what we wanted, we didn't really know. We're not right. So we have an electoral college. It's a dog-eat-dog world. But hey. So, my good people, if I can encourage you to do one thing, if you can break that train of thought that we have a democracy, you might actually get somewhere. Till next time. If you stuck around this long, brace yourselves. Some of you are going to get very highly pissed. The price of bacon sizzles to the highest it has been in 40 years. What? Yep. Because guess what? Nobody seemed to be using bacon or pigs during the pandemic. And they say that people cleaned the stores out of meat when the pandemic hit. So it's a lot of doublespeak. You'll have to go to the links to find all that there is on this catastrophe. And yep, I'm going to need you to go look at that infrastructure bill, that 2,702 page document that on page 508 starts some really unsettling hidden gems. The things you will find when you go do some research. I would have loved to have sat here and shot the shit for 45 minutes with anyone, but life just did not line up that way. But please stick around, because there are so many enlightening and illuminating segments coming to you, especially a follow-up piece from a gentleman that, well, had his mother not used her voice, we may not be talking to him today. So please stick around. And again, thank you for hanging out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell. And if you like what you hear, share, because sharing is caring. Until next time, my good people, stay informed, stay well, stay awake, and illuminate.